Cesar Millan shares his secret to choosing the right pet, foods to avoid if love is in the air, and the new music to download now.
Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn, and we're talking about the new Fiat ad. It's got everybody talking, but you barely even see a car. More than 2 million views on YouTube, so we're going to take a look at that.
It's got people talking for sure. Also, if your plans include dinner and a movie this weekend, we have you covered with what's new in theaters.
Good stuff. All right, well, do you wish you could win friends and influence people? We have the trick to winning over any room. First off, lose the power pose. Next time you meet someone, relax a little bit, step forward, tilt your head and smile, because this shows you are the one who's honored by the introduction. And if you show you're genuinely happy to meet someone, you are instantly a winner in their eyes. Also, embrace the power of touch. You can give the other person a light touch on the upper arm or the shoulder. Make it casual, non-threatening, please. Touch can influence behavior, and it'll put someone at ease as well. And try some social jujitsu. It's the ancient art of getting someone to talk about themselves. People love doing this. So ask open-ended questions, allow plenty of room for them to talk, and then follow up with questions like how, why, or who. And don't ask for anything. Put away the hard-charging, always-on kind of persona. Likeable people focus on what they can do for you and not for themselves. And then close genuinely. Say something like, I'm really glad I met you, or I really enjoyed talking with you, and smile. Make a great last impression, because it's just as important as the first.
So how's that New Year's resolution working out for you?
Well,
if you want to stay on track, you can avoid these common mistakes. Thought suppression. This is a big one. Translation. Trying to avoid thinking about what you really want. Now, the problem here, it has the opposite of effect, because it makes you think about what you're trying to get out of your mind more often. Since you can't get rid of those thoughts, embrace them and learn how to let them go. Instead of trying to forget them, replace them with another thought. Let's say you're thinking about how you would love to have a candy bar, but you're also trying to stick to your new healthy eating program. Think how great thin feels versus how your favorite chocolate bar tastes. And follow up with a plan. Creating an if-then plan is an effective way to ward off temptation. If I don't eat that candy bar, then I will be one step closer to my ideal weight, and I'm going to look and feel like a knockout in those skinny jeans.
Now, if a hot date is in your future and it's getting serious, there are some foods to avoid if you're hoping to take it to the next level. The first one is beans. They're on every diet plan, okay? We know they're full of fiber. It fills you up, but it also makes you feel bloated. And the sugar in beans makes it harder for your body to digest, so it finds many ways to release the gas, which is not sexy.
Yeah.
Also, broccoli, this beautiful green veggie, is another one that fills you up. Same goes for cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. They all have the same effect on your body as those beans do. And red meat, okay, a romantic steak dinner might sound like the perfect setting, but red meat causes your body to go into digestion overdrive, so you'll be ready for bed, but not ready for action.
Designer headbands are getting just as expensive as those fancy Birkin bags. Check out what some of the celebs are spending their paychecks on. This basic black dinosaur headband by Jennifer Bayer is around $200. Splurge worthy or not, that's up to you. Check out this one by Eugenia Kim. It's an embellished gold tone headband. Price tag $388. Or you can go Gucci. This hairband with green and orange beads will set you back $300+. Also, Lanvin is getting in on the action too with this crepe jersey turban headband for $500. And here's one from Dolce & Gabbana. You can't leave out the D&G. This B Sirocco encrusted silk headband will set you back $1,400.
Okay, that's just wrong. That's wearing somebody's mortgage on your head. I mean, that's just wrong. Luckily, though, you don't have to spend half your paycheck to get smooth and silky hair, okay? Check out these great drugstore shampoos that will cost you about $7. Aveeno has a really great one. It's the Nourish and Shine shampoo. You can lather up with natural ingredients, including wheat complex and palm extract, both of which help add moisture and shine. L'Oreal has Ever Strong Hydrate shampoo. This is a sulfate-free formula, and it's infused with all sorts of great ingredients, including rosemary, which is intended to moisturize your locks. Or you can try Avalon Organics Thickening Shampoo. Now, this is a biotin-infused cleanser, and it adds volume and strengthens hair while helping to stimulate hair growth.
Everyone's favorite dog whisperer is back. Cesar Millan is on a new Nat Geo Wild series, taking him across the globe and giving unadoptable dogs a second chance.
From the beginning when I saw him, the first thing he did is lower the head. And then he went into an excited state. So he goes insecure and then excited.
So, all right, this is all right.
And that can make him appear, aggressive.
Ooh, he is really good. Welcome, leader of the pack, Cesar Millan. Hey, Cesar, how are you?
Really good thing. I'm really excited about this new show. Leader of the Pack is really going to help me save lives. Like you said, I'm going to give a dog a second chance, and this is a second chance worldwide. Around the world, one thing that I want people to remember and know is around the world, 600 million dogs will die. In America, we actually euthanize 4 to 5 million. And this is what we call man best friend. What I want us to see is, and to reflect is how we treat man best friend. So how are we going to fix the problem? First, we have to think about adoption. Second, we have to think about spay and neuter. And then, what do we adopt? How do we adopt? Compatibility is the most important thing in adoption.
Why take it to Spain? You've taken it across to Europe, but why Spain in particular?
Because that way I can bring people from different parts of the world. I wanted to make it a worldwide, show where you see different cultures coming to help, because I want the whole world to think about what can we do together.
And how do you choose the winner or leader of the pack?
Well, the dog actually shows you, and I just walk you through it, what the dog is seeing from this person. Because a lot of times people feel that when a dog jumps on people and they lick and they do all this movement, the dog is in love with the person. But you're going to see a completely different form of adopting. Where the dog actually sees the person, instinctually feels respectful, right, and behaves calmly. And that's the part that has never been done before.
I see so many people adopt dogs they think are cute, or they get them based on the look. I have a Weimaraner, and they are full of energy and require a lot of attention and exercise, and I'm okay with that, but other families aren't. What's your best advice when it comes to choosing a dog?
Well, the best thing is if you can bring a professional so we can walk you through what's really happening versus you creating what you think is happening. That will be a better view for you. And number two, you can always ask the shelter or the rescue organization if you can foster the dog, right? So that way you go for 3 days and see the relationship that you have in 3 days. Many times a dog in a shelter doesn't give you who they really are, because often dogs are confused. And so you don't get to see the real dog until you bring him into the outside and he gets excited and he feels free. Then you get to see the real dog.
Now, here's a real question for you. When it comes to relationships, should you allow the dog to sleep in bed with you?
No. No, because I spend most of my life with them, with them. 16 hours a day, I'm with them. So when I go to bed, I feel like it's time just for human hair.
I like that, Cesar. Thank you. Now, we also can't leave without asking one final question. We know you've had some personal ups and downs, and you've made it through swimmingly. What advice do you have for anybody who might be going through the same thing you did a few years ago?
I always want to become a wiser human being. And to become wise, you actually have to go to the downs. And so that's the beauty of us. As soon as you finish going down, going up, you get more calm, you get more open about things. Things do change, things do get better. And that the process is hard, but it's a must. So you have to learn to embrace it. Not an easy thing to do, but that's really the key. That's the key, to embrace whatever is happening.
Cesar, thank you so much. You're a true inspiration. You can watch Cesar Millan's Leader of the Pack Saturdays on Nat Geo Wild. Thank you for joining us.
What a great guy. Thanks, Andrea. We're also going to be sharing Cesar's view on life, his greatest love, and what he loves to shop for throughout the show today. Now, do you want to make a perfect cup of coffee? It's actually really simple, and you don't even need a fancy coffee machine to do it. Here's what you do need, though. Freshly ground beans. The minute you have mashed your Java, it's already losing its flavor. A cheap grinder is a better investment than a pricey bag of pre-ground coffee. Also, you want to store it in an airtight container and keep the tin on a shelf away from sunlight. Don't store the beans in the freezer, which I've actually done before. The fridge actually adds moisture and then zaps flavor. The perfect ratio, you need that as well. 2 tablespoons of coffee and a 3/4 cup of water will create the perfect 6-ounce cup of coffee. And use filtered hot water. Tap water contains minerals that will actually change the flavor of your coffee. And you want to heat that water between 195 and 205 degrees because hot water makes a difference between a good cup of coffee and an incredible cup of joe.
When that afternoon hunger strikes, we often head right to the junk food and sugar treats. Well, we found a healthy and easy snack alternative to give you energy throughout the rest of the day. Take a look.
When that clock hits 3 o'clock, no matter where I am, it happens, and hunger hits. I'm ready for a snack, but struggle finding one that will hold me until dinner and keep the guilt away. But I finally found a great solution. Marzetti Otria Greek Yogurt Veggie Dip. The light and creamy texture of Greek yogurt is mixed with an array of herbs and spices to create an irresistible taste. Snack with your favorite veggies or crackers and you'll get the right amount of flavor to perk up your day. And get this, it has omega-3 and is 60 calories per serving, making your snack a great fit for a well-balanced diet. There's a flavor for anyone's taste buds, from garden herb ranch to caramelized onion. Marzetti Otria Greek Yogurt Veggie Dip pairs beautifully with your favorite veggies. I personally enjoy my carrots and celery with these dips. You can find Otria in your grocer's produce section, and for more information or wonderful recipes for your next pick-me-up, visit marzetti.com.
Still searching for the perfect diet? Well, lucky you, Consumer Reports has done the work for you. Here are their top picks for weight loss programs. Of the 9 DIY plans, MyFitnessPal received an overall satisfaction score of 83 and top marks for maintenance, calorie awareness, and food variety. This is a free smartphone app and website. Now, it's followed by the Paleo Diet, which instructs dieters to essentially eat like a caveman. That's followed by the Mediterranean Diet and Spark People. Now, in the commercial category, Weight Watchers got one of the top reader scores of 74. They're a favorite for allowing a variety of foods and encouraging calorie awareness, exercise, and eating fruits and veggies. Medifast was another favorite. Dieters said they lost more weight on their low-calorie program than any other, followed by Jenny Craig and then Nutrisystem.
Okay, there you have it. Consumer Reports.
Yeah.
If you can't believe them, I don't know who you can blame.
Right.
Still more to come here on Life Love Shopping. A new year calls for new music. Your preview of the hot new albums from your favorite artists up next.
And are you in the hood, the motherhood? This mom is rapping about it, and we are sharing it with you next.
That's my biggest lesson, because my son is growing up in a different world. But at the same time, I want to keep him humble. But at the same time, I don't want to block him from spending. So it's a combination of two things. A dog is very easy. My son is much more difficult. So that's patience, and that's patience and that really understanding when I can be his leader and when I can be his friend.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. The rapping parents of the Toyota Swagger Wagon have got nothing on the latest car commercial gone viral.
Oh yeah, we are loving the new Fiat ad. Welcome to the motherhood.
My decor was smart, my taste was extra picky. Now my surfaces are cluttered and nearly always sticky. Work versus home is a mental combination, with my elbows deep in infant defecation. Wipe the sick off my coat, but the smell still lingers. Gave up on real food, eat leftover fish fingers. Once we talk about our lives, now the conversation switches. We compare cesarean scars, episiotomy stitches. It's the motherhood, it's another hood. I'd like to welcome you, but now you're here for good. We go from nappy rash to ending family feuds, and I'm flooding up your timeline with my baby news. Still got my wardrobe.
Pretty catchy, right? This British mama is showing us how parents roll. The ad is called The Motherhood. It has more than 2 million views since it was first posted on New Year's
Wow.
Eve. So apparently this is the way of the jingle now. You just need a catchy rap and
You
you're
saw
ahead.
it on the license plate, Mum for Life.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
It's really funny if you get a chance to watch the whole thing. But YouTube stars aside, it can be really hard to play the role of mama and still look and feel like $1 million. So here are some tips from Galtime.com to help you get your mojo back. First off, be happy, because happy mamas raise happy children. And when motherhood makes you happy, you can actually focus on your blessings and your kids can follow suit. Also, treat your body like a shrine and love the way you look. If you fuel and you rest your body like the high performance machine you are, you can make exercising a priority too, and then you'll end up feeling sexy. Also, claim some you time. The happiest mamas take time away from their families once in a while to relax and pursue creative passions so they can return to motherhood feeling revitalized. And also connect with your partner. Try to line up a babysitter or some family so you guys can get out and focus completely on each other. And while you're getting out, make sure you do that with the girls as well, because we all need ladies who have our backs and will be there in a moment's notice. They're going to be the friends who will watch your kids when you're in a fix and listen when you're having one of those mommy and me type of days.
And when it comes to music, there's an entire library of songs dedicated to women who have ruined, inspired, or rejected the songwriter. Here are a few women's names ruined by music, starting with Roxanne.
Oh, yeah.
If your name is Roxanne, you can thank the Police for your theme song, and you've already been propositioned about turning on the red light more often than you care to admit, I'm sure. Is there a Stacy's mom in the house? The Fountains of Wayne have taken the concept of hot mom to a new level thanks to their hit song. So think twice about naming your daughter Stacy, unless, of course, you enjoy the thought of being a hot mom. Come on, who doesn't? Hey there, Delilah. Are you sick of your theme song yet? This tune by the Plain White T's was so overplayed that the very mention of Delilah might be nails on a chalkboard when it comes on the radio. Ever met Virginia?
Oh my
Someone from the group Train did and found inspiration. There, Virginia doesn't own a dress. Her hair's always a mess, and she doesn't care about a thing. Within 4 minutes, you know everything about her. And, P.S., she's beautiful.
Right? Now, you may not have any of those on your iPod or your phone, but if you want some new music, we've got some stuff in store.
That's right. Jessica Reyes from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, is here with your new album preview.
That's right, ladies, and a new year usually means new music, and today on LLS we have some of the most anticipated albums for 2013. First up, a group whose name translates into I Have Her in Spanish. It's Yo La Tengo with Fade. On the 15th of this month, this group makes a sound that sparkles and feeds back and generally covers for the fact that no one in the band is a singer in the conventional rock sense. Take a listen. And then there's this group who's scheduled to release an album on the 22nd of this month. Mumford & Sons, The Road to Red Rocks is out the 22nd of this month. It's both a film and an album with several different editions to choose from. And if you want more buzz like that, check me out weekday mornings on The Daily Buzz.
Thank you, Jessica. I love Mumford & Sons. And of Monsters and Men, too. I've been obsessed with them
Really?
lately. It's a very good series.
Okay.
So. Well, coming up, lights, camera, and major action at the box office this weekend.
That's right. From Arnold to Marky Mark, we've got your dinner and a movie preview coming up next.
You know, Cesar Millan is a creation of a pack. My mom, my dad, my grandfather, my mom. So it's my pack. My pack is my greatest love. I can't say my dad did only thing or my mom did only stuff and my grandfather. I'm a product of a family. So my family. I love to shop for my girlfriend. I shop shoes and purses.
Really?
Those two things. Yes, ma'am. I'm a good shopper.
You're a good boyfriend.
Absolutely. I'm a good boy.
He is a good boyfriend. I'll sign up for that plan. Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. If your plans include dinner and a movie this weekend, it's all about the action. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back in The Last Stand.
Owen's here. What can I do for you?
Some smartass is flying a jet plane around out here with no lights on.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna let that guy come through our town without a fight.
I love the way you walk, and I love the way you talk.
How we gonna go up against all that firepower?
Bang, 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 bang.
I got an idea.
After leaving his LAPD narcotics gig following a bungled operation, Sheriff Ray Owens settles into small-town life fighting crime in Somerton Junction. But his peaceful existence is rocked when the most notorious drug kingpin escapes from FBI custody. Owens must rally his team for a classic showdown. The Last Stand also stars Forrest Whitaker and is rated R. If Last Stand doesn't do it for you, Mark Wahlberg and Russell Crowe are sharing big screen time in Broken City.
There's some wars you fight in, and some wars you walk away from. This is the fighting kind.
Green Sally up, and green Sally down.
When I was elected mayor, this was a broken city.
Tell me things haven't changed.
You know who I am?
Yeah. Step by step, I've been getting it fixed.
Ex-cop Billy Taggart is seeking redemption and revenge after being double-crossed and then framed by the city's new powerful mayor. Gotta love that politician hairdo on Russell Crowe, by the way. Billy's pursuit of justice, coupled with his tough guy street smarts, makes him an unstoppable force, and the mayor's worst nightmare, Broken City, is also rated R. The Jackson Reaction: if you're up for a good popcorn flick, you can't go wrong seeing either of these movies for the matinee ticket price. They're both very entertaining. January, however, is considered a month, really a dumping ground month for Hollywood, because
so how does that feel?
I know, right? And these both, aside from both these movies being very fun action flick popcorn flicks, it's a big awards show month, because the Golden Globes are this Sunday, and you've got a lot of housekeeping that they do to clean out the
gotten
vaults.
through with all the serious stuff.
Exactly.
Stuff. All right, well, coming up Monday on Life Love Shopping, if you want to know what's going to be hot in the foodie world this year, we're unveiling the food trends for 2013. And if you want to switch up your look before you tell your hairdresser to give you the usual, we've got the hot hair trends for the new year.
Ooh, well, that does it for Life Love Shopping. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Be good, everybody.